What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new, exciting episode of Kayfabe Corner. I'm Ms. Warrington. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Jamie Iving.
Well, let me tell you something. I mean, I don't know what the authority thinks with me trying to get into the main event at Roadblock, but I'm going to hold the microphone like this, and I don't think you want me in there as a host or to keep going with this Kayfabe Corner impression hour, which I'm going to probably start in a few minutes. But that was my best Dean Ambrose impression, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody.
My name is Jamie Iving, as of course, as per usual, Ms. Warrington here. And we just came off the heels of another exciting, in quotations, Monday Night Raw, kicking off live here from Meltdown Comics in Los Angeles on Sunset Boulevard, across the street from Guitar Center.
Woo!
So please come by and buy our stuff, because it's fun, and you'll enjoy it very much as I do. I mean, I buy shit here, and I run the place. Half run the place. Sorry, Gaston. So anyway, we're going to get right down to business.
Let's get down to it.
We are a week away, 7 days, not 7 days, 6 days from Roadblock.
Roadblock.
A haphazard pay-per-view that WWE seemed to throw together in the past 2 weeks, right before Mania, to make more money.
To cause a little roadblock for WrestleMania.
It is a roadblock, because people want to get there already. But they're like, okay, we're going to have to pay for this too, so let's just keep going with it. All right. So as
Although they are giving away free WrestleMania
that
on the
was
network.
scary.
Right?
I don't know why they did that.
Isn't that kind of dumb? Because
like
people
that.
are going to pay for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Right?
it's the only one they would pay for.
Right. So.
I don't like that. I mean, I guess if you're going to give away a WrestleMania, give this one away, right?
Ooh.
We may be speaking too soon. We may be speaking too soon.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to quote. You could quote me on this. Just don't say I believe it the same 2 weeks away from now. All right. Well, let's get down to business.
Let's get to it.
We have some news, ladies and gentlemen. Here. Okay. Before we get started, I do forget to mention these things, but if you guys have questions before we get started, as per usual, this is like our 7th show now of Kayfabe Corner, 7th or 8th, up
It's like
there.
my 4th, so.
This is your 4th. This is my 7th or 8th show.
Yes.
We're reaching the double digits soon, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get started on this, as per usual, I'd like everybody to chime in with questions, comments, even concerns. I mean, you can be concerned about me. I did start this in a Dean Ambrose impression.
I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned.
You are missing the back half of your hair.
Oh.
So, I mean, there's a lot of. So if you have concerns, you're more than welcome to.
I'm not missing it. They're missing it.
They are missing it. This is something that you guys need to be enjoying. If she needs to do the rest of the show with her head back to the camera, then we'll make it happen. I mean, cheers to that while we're getting started on that.
Cheers to that.
So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please, we encourage fan interaction. When I say fan, I use the term lightly. Correspondence interaction.
Yeah. Whoever's watching.
That you can chime in right now at Kayfabe Corner. That's hashtag KAYFABE KORNER. That's corner with a K and not a C. If you ever played Mortal Kombat, you get the idea. All right, let's start off. Great news from my personal opinion.
Yep.
Great news. We have just gotten another name added to 2016 Hall of Fame class this year. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Big Bossman. The Big Bossman is finally going on. Ray Traylor himself, Bubba in WCW, is going into the
I'm excited about this one. I like this one.
When we were writing today's episode, we had some people who were like, he doesn't need to be in there. He's another Coco Beware. He's another throwaway name.
There were a few haters in the room with us today.
Whereas
calling him a jobber.
Not a jobber. He may have lost more matches than he won. That is true. But he's
no Barry Horowitz.
He's no Barry Horowitz. He spanned 2 generations and was able to work both of them in the golden age of wrestling and the Attitude Era. He was able to switch it up, was able to evolve with the times. I loved SWAT Team Big Boss Man. He scared me.
I loved Big Bubba.
Big Bubba in WCW was cool.
I liked him when he was the bodyguard for Jim Cornette.
Okay.
And then I followed him, with Twin Towers, Akeem, African Dream.
You followed the Twin Towers?
I did.
Really?
I did.
See, I mean, this is more your generation. I've nothing but love for the golden age of wrestling.
Yeah.
Typhoon, Bubba, Coco, Rick the Model Martel,
Right.
all of them. But he didn't get mean and scary until Attitude Era.
Yeah, you're more Attitude.
Ate Al Snow's dog.
It's true.
When he dragged the Big Show's father's casket off.
That's ruthless. That is ruthless. That's ruthless.
And one of our producers is using the prompter to voice his difference of opinion about the Hall of Fame Big Bossman induction.
It says boo.
He says more like the Hall of Lame. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep his name off of this broadcast.
I'm not saying who it
Actually,
is.
should we? Because I mean, Ray Traylor has since passed on, so I don't think he'd be offending anybody. But I'm also not gonna burn any bridges with our
I'm not
producer.
trying to burn any bridges.
Anyway.
I enjoy that they've added Big Boss Man to the Hall of. I don't think it's the Hall of Lame.
Producer, mystery producer, maybe your girl should shave her head like Ms. Warrington right here. Anyway, I love Big Boss Man being in the Hall of Fame. I welcome it. I think it's long overdue. I think he's going to look great up there with other people who dominated the mid-card, such as The Godfather.
You know what? He was 330 pounds of agility and power.
And you believed it.
For a big man, he really moved around.
You believed it.
I believed it. He entertained me for years.
You believed it, but how great was that one segment where where Boss Man interrupted the funeral of the Big Show's father, hitched chains to the casket, and drove it off, and you see Big Show riding the casket, trying to stop it.
Oh, that was sick.
It was one of the best. And then he ate Al Snow's dog. No, he didn't eat it. He killed it and cooked it and fed it to Al Snow.
Killed it and fed
you
it
can't do that stuff nowadays, and that kind of stuff I miss. That's one thing about wrestling that I miss is the off-site productions, like the grocery store segment with Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin. We don't do.
Well,
when I say
this is
we,
the PG.
I'm not with the company anymore, so I can't say we. They don't do that anymore. Those were one of my when they would do the offsites, like Austin attacking Vince in the hospital room. Those were the matches those are the segments that I loved.
I loved that. Yeah.
We got the birth of Mr. Sacco from that segment.
They keep it clean now. They keep it too clean.
You can keep it clean offsite. There's a way to do it. And especially, we had Dean going into it. We wasted camera. When I was with the company, we wasted camera time and cab money to film Dean walking onto a subway when we were in Barclay. He didn't do anything else. It was literally just him walking on. He didn't say anything. So this is why I think if they're going to go off site, they need to put a little more production and money.
Right.
Into it. Personally,
I see that.
but again, this is a show about something that me and you love. We tend to go off on tangents. Let's kind of bring it back in.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to my home state, Michigan.
Okay. We're gonna let you lead with this.
This week, Rhino announced that Rhino the Man Beast.
Rhino the Man Beast.
He announced that he is running for Michigan State
for our
Representative.
producers, the large gentleman in a suit, because I did label these out of order. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen,
the large man.
So let's throw it up there, and this
large
is actually a great
a
piece of. And since this is your home, this is your dude.
This is my guy.
Rhino's your boy.
That's my pal.
The
Man
Beast is your boy. So we'll let you take this story.
Yeah, so he's running for Michigan State Representative in his district of Dearborn, Michigan. He's running as a Republican for the Republican Party. And Rhino is aiming to improve the future of Michigan. What do you think about that?
Well, he's got a lot of future to improve.
He does have a lot of
Michigan's got a lot of future to improve. The Man Beast has got his work cut out for him. But
he loves his state. He loves his country. He's always been into politics, and that's where he's going right now.
Rhino, if you're watching, if you're friends with Ms. Warrington, then chances are you may catch some of this because she has mentioned you on the show. I wish you all the best. We do have differing political views. I wish you all the best in your race.
Not us, but maybe the Republican for me. I don't know. But I love you, Rhino. I love you.
Rhino, you've given us a lot to the Land of Extreme, and you've done great for the people at NXT right now. We wish you all the best in your campaign.
Absolutely.
And it's always good to see people who, after they've given so much to the wrestling business, able to keep going with whatever their true passion is.
I love that he's passionate about something other than wrestling, and it's such a great cause.
And who's going to do great after he retires is Kane as well, because Kane is very into politics. He's very into real estate. No, his brother's into real estate. No, well, his fake brother. Taker's into real estate.
Right.
But I wish all the best for Rhino. I hope he keeps going, and because even though he can still work, he's pretty much done. He's given a lot to pretty much the majority of what he's got to give to this business.
He has some things going on. He's got his own wrestling promotion over in Detroit, and
he's done great for this. He's given SmackDown one of the best moments ever when he gored Jericho through the Tron.
Gore.
That was one of the best moments in SmackDown history.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
All the power to you, Rhino. Potential Hall of Famer. I'd put him in there.
I would put him in there. I would be very happy to see Rhino.
I would love to see Rhino in the Hall of Fame.
Then it would not be the Hall of Lame, as one of our producers
called it.
But.
All right,
moving on.
I'm going to take this to the land of the rising sun.
Okay.
We're going to Japan, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
So there's been some work. There's been some. That's the image. Thank you very much. There's been, as coming in with AJ Styles and the recent acquisition of Nakamura, there's been a lot of interest in Japan for new WWE talent, and a lot of rumors is speculation that very soon fellow Bullet Club members, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, are coming to the WWE. If they do, I mean, not so much if they do, when they do. In what capacity are they going to start at NXT? Are they going to be bumped up to the main roster, like such as AJ Styles? Because just because you've had a proven track record doesn't mean you get bumped up to the main roster. We see that with Austin Aries.
Right.
Austin Aries has been in the game for a long time, but he's back in NXT right now. I'm just trying to figure out where like the parameter is between sending people to developmental so they can learn, as just throwing them onto the main roster like they did with AJ.
I thought that they were going to have them come in and maybe work with AJ, because they'd worked together in recently, the three of them. And from tonight's episode, though, I'm not sure that we're going to go that way. I would have said before watching Raw tonight that they were going to be brought into the main roster to be with AJ.
How crazy of a swerve would it be we saw tonight, in case you guys didn't notice, we're going to throw up to, so this is a great segue into the next one. Y2J, Chris Jericho, and AJ Styles had a very brief tag team run.
Very brief, so brief.
Very brief tag team run.
Did you get their T-shirt?
Ladies and gentlemen, that T-shirt was up for maybe a little more than a week, so let's throw that up right now. If you haven't got it yet, tonight's maybe the last time you can get it on WWEshop.com.
You know what? I'm gonna hold out.
I wasn't a huge fan of this shirt. I wasn't, because Jericho's a man of words.
Yeah.
He's a great writer.
Yeah.
And I thought he would be able to come up with a better name than this. And I'm going like this, and the image isn't there anymore. There it is.
There it is.
Ooh.
Y2AJ. That's
Y2AJ.
That's pretty lame.
That's
I like both of these guys, but that's
if
lame.
me and you were called Jamorrington.
Yeah.
That's really like the basis of what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, right now may be the last time to get these T-shirts.
Or wait till tomorrow. It's probably going to be 20% off.
It might be even more of a discount, so I hope you got it. But as we saw on Monday Night Raw tonight, Y2J, like Y2J sometimes does, turned on his partner, AJ Styles, after a little more than a week of being a tag team.
I really thought it was going to be the other way around.
I thought they would make it to at least Mania.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we have Roadblock, we have WrestleMania. I thought that they would save it for one of those, the turn.
So here's my idea of a great way to bring in the rest of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Which I don't even think. Do you even think that? So wait, does New Japan own the trademark to the Bullet Club?
I don't know about that.
Because I'm wondering if Vince will even buy that. I'm wondering if Vince will even buy that. But anyway, so AJ and Jericho are obviously going to have their match at Mania. It's just a given. If not at Roadblock, then at Mania. Gallows.
Hopefully we get it over with at Roadblock.
Gallows and Anderson come in thinking they're going to go for AJ, but they turn on AJ and side with Jericho.
That would be a good twist.
If I was writing,
that'd be pretty good.
In my nerd brain,
that would be good.
Then that's where I would go. Where do you I mean, if you had to dream book where and when the rest of the Bullet Club showed up, how would you do it? Should they be on the main roster? Should they jump to NXT? Where do you think they should go?
I'd throw them into Mania. I'd put them right into.
Hey, banana,
have
Randy.
Them come. Hey.
I worked it in.
Sure.
Hey, banana. Banana.
In case you didn't hear it.
There was a bet from a viewer at home that I could not work a banana into the show,
and he just did, ladies and gentlemen.
I just did, brother.
Very good.
Anyway.
But yes, a banana. I would. I'd put him in at WrestleMania.
As a run-in.
Yeah,
you need
absolutely.
It as
a run-in. Yeah.
I mean, see. This is where we're co-hosts.
Because we need that big thing to happen at WrestleMania.
I mean, even though the WrestleMania card wasn't that great at first, we're getting better matches.
We knew that it would develop. We had 30-some days when we started. We were like, "What's going on?"
We still have a lot of good talent without matches.
Absolutely.
Bray Wyatt.
Absolutely.
Kevin Owens.
Who's Ziggler fighting? This is his
Dolph Ziggler.
This is his 7th WrestleMania, and we don't know who he's fighting right now.
And he probably won't know until the night before. But okay, so now we've gotten the initial news out of the way. Let's get down to business of what's happening, what's going to happen, speculation. We got a lot to cover today. This is a very lengthy episode.
This is good because last week we just had a bunch of repeats about Shane.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
We had a very short episode last week. Okay, so let's jump to Kalisto right quick.
Okay.
One of my personal favorites.
All right.
Kalisto, current United States champion, doing a great job of defending the title. I love Kalisto. I think he's going to change how a lot of things are done in the business. I mean, I don't think I'm sorry to say that. I don't think he's going to change how things are done in the business, but he's definitely going to pick up a lot of an empty role that Rey Mysterio left when he jumped to Lucha Underground. So, U.S. champion it's obvious that they've been trying to make this championship a lot more valuable than it has in the past with the John Cena John Cena U.S. Open Challenge.
Yeah.
Kalisto, there's a lot of attention on Kalisto. Who is he going to fight?
Who is he going to fight? You know, Cena, as you mentioned, Cena had a good run with the U.S. title. Rusev, Del Rio. Now we have Kalisto.
And so we have been confirmed on WWE has confirmed that Kalisto is going to have a match at WrestleMania 32, but they haven't said who. But they did say that a former U.S. champion is out of the mix. So we are not getting Alberto Del Rio. We are not getting John Cena.
Correct.
So for interpretation.
So before seeing Raw this evening, I was thinking Ryback or Neville.
Well, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, when we were watching this show, everything that you predicted at the beginning of the show happened.
Everything.
Which is crazy.
As I was calling it out, everything was happening.
When you predicted Kalisto versus Ryback at WrestleMania 32, they had an interaction.
And I had it in my notes, so you knew it
happened. You showed it. She showed it to me. The notes were written previous to the show, and she's Nostradamus over here.
Yes, and so I called that, but that's what I want to see. Because, we saw Ryback.
It would be a great David versus Goliath match.
It would be amazing. And as Ryback said tonight, it's unbelievable, the little guy beating up the big guy in real life, the big guy. I want to see, I like both of them, but I kind of want to see Ryback come in and just smash it.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
So that's what I'm rooting for right now, Kalisto versus Ryback.
I would love Kalisto versus Ryback. I would love Kalisto, honestly, versus anybody because he's one of
It's going to be a great match.
He's one of the very few people who could actually work with everybody.
Absolutely.
I've seen him put in with. I have not seen a boring Kalisto match yet. I haven't. When I first started with the WWE, he was one of the very first people I met back down in Florida in NXT. Hungry, willing to learn, willing to work. He was before he was on the main roster, and when I finally saw him come on the main roster and get that rub, get the U.S. Championship, it shows that his hard work pays off. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen on the main roster. So Kalisto, I know you're watching. I mean, I don't know if you're watching, but I know I'm going to tweet this to you. I'm so happy for all your success, dude. It's been a long time coming since I first met you when you were still doing promo school at the Performance Center. So keep going, man. Love everything you're doing. Okay. Let's go to the main event. We have Roadblock coming up, ladies and gentlemen. The main event of Roadblock, a new pay-per-view the WWE is going to throw this Saturday. Do you know where it's coming? Where emanating from?
It's in Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Roadblock is emanating from Toronto, ladies and gentlemen, and the main event, as you know, is Dean Ambrose versus Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Wow, this is going to be an interesting match. Do you actually think there is any sort of chance whatsoever that Dean will walk away with the belt and then follow up to WrestleMania, Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose?
They could be throwing us the biggest roadblock.
I would not be surprised if this happened.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I'd kind of be excited about it.
I would not be surprised if this. I want it to happen, but if they did it, I would not be surprised. Because I would just be like, yes, this would save the main event. Because as much as Triple H is given to this business, as much as he can work with anybody, anywhere, anytime, he'll deliver. Triple H delivers at WrestleMania. You know he does.
Yeah.
He has every time.
No doubt about that.
The game delivers every time.
He's going to deliver no matter what. And
I just think that he doesn't need to be in this. He's good. He's gotten this. Like, this is the main event, Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. This is the main event people wanted before all this. I mean, granted, they wanted to be a triple threat match with Seth, but that's not on the cards right now. But in terms of the chances, I think it's I'd say about 30 to 40% chance that it happens.
Do you think that they would have Dean win and then have that be the main event at WrestleMania, Dean versus Roman? Or do you think they would keep it Triple H versus Roman and he doesn't get the title? As we keep seeing him not get the title.
I think Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns would save the whole show.
I agree. I just don't know if they would save that for later on.
When would you save it?
Well, to build the brother versus brother.
I just think that it's a dream. I think it's a match that's so anticipated and so demanded that
I want it.
I think they wouldn't even need a month to build that up.
I agree, and I think that this is what we need. We need this for WrestleMania.
80% of the build has already been done.
Yeah.
Already. They know they're brothers. They know that they're would do anything for each other. It would add so much drama if Dean won at the end of Roadblock and then Roman Reigns comes out at the end and looks at him.
I think that's amazing.
Like,
let's hope for that.
Hopefully Roman Reigns is recuperated from his deviated septum injury, well, I'm sorry, injury at the hands of Triple H. I'm sorry.
Right. Triple H.
Let's keep it kayfabe. This is kayfabe corner.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we only really got. I mean, that's really happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. Other than that,
I mean, there was a lot that happened. I mean,
did we go through a lot? I feel like we did a lot today.
I feel like maybe we just flew through it. But
two more things I want to do on this episode of Kayfabe Corner. One, I want to take some time for questions right now. If we can get some questions thrown up. There already are. Fantastic. First question from the internet. If you want to take this one.
Are the Lucha Dragons done as a tag team?
So that's repeating the question. Are Lucha Dragons, Sin Cara, and Kalisto done as a tag team? Mm-hmm. As much as it pains me to see Sin Cara be kind of thrown away, that injury, his dislocated shoulder, was the worst thing that could have ever happened to him.
Unfortunately, because he's great. I love Sin Cara.
I love Sin Cara. I love when he was Unico.
I love them together.
I love them together. They're great. It's a very exciting. I mean, but you have to, when you watch them, Kalisto's a lot more showman than Unico or Sin Cara.
Sin Cara, yeah.
His injury was the worst thing that ever happened to him. Kalisto had a hell of a singles run, won the United States Championship, and we saw how Ryback kind of hinted that you should leave your partner tonight. So I think the Lucha Dragons days are numbered. I think they may see as Kalisto
he's a great singles competitor.
He's a great singles competitor. I think they see more dollar signs with him. Mm-hmm. He's more exciting. I'm not saying he's better, but he's more exciting in the ring.
He's flashier.
He's more flashier than Sin Cara.
Yeah.
I just think I think the whole Sin Cara mantle has kind of been not given up on, but left a lot of bad taste in people's mouths after the original Sin Cara ruined his run with the WWE and probably will never come back ever again.
Yeah.
But yes, to answer, I mean, my opinion, yes, the Lucha Dragons days are numbered.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
All right, we're in agreement on that. Next question. What does Bray do at Mania? That's very interesting. So the question is, ladies and gentlemen, how will Bray Wyatt interact with WrestleMania in any shape or form? Does he have a match? Will he face somebody else like last minute, like he did Taker last year? I am legitimately upset that at the capacity that Bray Wyatt is being used. I don't like
underused.
It. He's a very, very apropos statement. Underused.
Yeah.
I think that he's too much of a talent. He's the best talker other than Heyman they have on the roster. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman is the best talker on the WWE roster, no question. Bray Wyatt is a close second, a very close second.
Yeah.
And when you have somebody like the Undertaker on his way out, possibly retiring this year, you would think that they would be more on the track to securing that. But they're not. They're kind of throwing it to the side. So I don't know what Bray does. I want him to do something. I was kind of hoping he would go up against someone cool like Kevin Owens or Brock, but Brock is facing. Brock was supposed to face Dean.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, we have Lesnar versus Ambrose for WrestleMania.
So originally, Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar are supposed to face each other at WrestleMania in a month.
Yeah.
If Dean Ambrose wins
does
this
that
Saturday,
move
absolutely, absolutely. That match is done if he wins.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So maybe he does go up against Brock.
So do we? Yeah. Do we?
Well,
see
Bray does fight
Brock.
Bray will fight Brock this Sunday, or is it Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday at Roadblock. Maybe the match doesn't keep going, and then I don't know. But Bray. I mean, Brock. If Dean wins, Brock and Bray are going to need something to do.
Why don't we ever see Bray with a title?
Well, that leads me to that's actually funny you said that because the next question addresses that.
Let's see.
Next question from the internet. Did you guys find much meaning in the Triple H Bray Wyatt face-off at the end of Raw? That's a very good question. And yes, I did. So in case you guys didn't catch it, in case you're just tuning in, by the way, if you have any questions, comments, tune into type into Kayfabe Corner on Twitter. That's hashtag KayfabeKorner. So anything you guys have to say, ask, we're more than welcome. It doesn't even have to be wrestling. You can ask me where I got my shoes. I don't remember where I got my shoes, but I'll tell you later. But I don't remember where I got them. But we answered those questions. did you guys find much meaning to the Triple H Bray Wyatt face-off at the end of Raw? So for those of you who didn't see the ending of Monday Night Raw, before Triple H turns his attentions to Dean Ambrose after Bray Wyatt and the rest of the Wyatt family beat him down, Triple H and Bray Wyatt had a face-off. Bray Wyatt laughs in Triple H's face, looks at his belt, and just keeps laughing and walks away. There's nothing in the WWE that I like to think that's done on accident. No. So do I think that there's going to be an immediate payoff for Bray and Triple H or Bray with the WWE Championship? No. I think whatever Bray does with the WWE Championship isn't going to happen until after WrestleMania. He's going to be an afterthought until after WrestleMania. So if you had to ask me, I do think a lot's going to come from that. Mm-hmm. I just not right now.
Something they'll build after WrestleMania.
What about
for sure? You? Yeah, I mean, I think that, like we just said, Bray is being wasted right now, and I think that we need to see a title on him. I think that look that we got from him at the end of Raw tonight was I'm coming for it.
Sort of Loot Crate. My apologies. If you ever heard of Loot Crate or any sort of those subscription-based loot boxes, this is the one for wrestling fans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pro Wrestling Loot, and I'm going to do an unboxing for you for the last 15 minutes of today's show.
What do you have in that box?
This is the month of March. The Pro Wrestling Loot month of March box. So every month it's a mystery box, and for about $60 a month, you get every week you get something. Every month. I'm sorry, you get something new. It includes an autograph, a piece of merch, sometimes a T-shirt, and a DVD. So it's always different. It's something new. It's always a mystery. You never know before that. So I already opened it. So this is an unboxing of Pro Wrestling Loot. So let's see what we got first. The first thing that started me out that I love, every month, I don't know the name of the artist, but every month, included in Pro Wrestling Loot, there is an artist piece. And it's a different piece every month. But this month we got an amazing painting of the New Day. The New Day riding their unicorn.
That is ridiculous.
I love this.
I love it. I love
this painting. It is a great painting of the New Day. If you're a New Day fan as much as I do, you wouldn't want this framed or even put on a T-shirt. This is going on my wall. I love this painting of the New Day. Last month it was a dope picture of Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. So if you already want a reason to subscribe to Pro Wrestling Loot, a great New Day poster is a great start. All right, what else do we got?
What else you got there?
Ooh, this is my personal favorite.
I wanted him to wear this today.
I was gonna wear this the whole show, but I couldn't get the back laced quick enough.
It even matches your shirt.
It even matches my shirt, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure how big of a Sami Zayn fan you guys are, but Sami Zayn, one of the best current wrestlers on the NXT roster, and we just saw him debut again on the main roster. Yeah. Before he signed on to WWE, he went by a name of El Generico. He had the same gear, but he wrestled in this mask. He wrestled in the El Generico mask. So if you are an indie fan, if you're an indie fan, if you love Sami Zayn's work, if you love all the stuff he used to do with Kevin Steen at the time, with Adrian Neville, I don't know what his name was in the indies at the time, but if you are a huge Sami Zayn fan and you want to rep El Generico like he did back in the indie days, this is the max to do.
Did we talk about Sami Zayn's return today?
We didn't, but we only have 5 minutes left, so we're gonna have to jump on that next week.
We'll bring that up next week.
We'll bring that up next week.
Because that was pretty big. That was
El Generico, another great thing that came in this month's box of Pro Wrestling Loot. If you haven't subscribed already, what's next? What else do we got?
We got in there.
Here we are. Now, this is another personal favorite of mine, and this one I'm actually thinking about getting framed because this person hasn't had the internet talking about professional wrestling since CM Punk dropped the pipe bomb. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the master of Dong Style, the innovator of the Penisplex, or now the U-Pornplex. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an autographed picture of Joey Ryan doing the first U-Pornplex in Japan. This is the first time it was seen on television, or in this case on YouTube. This is the picture that started it all. The power of Dong Style. An autographed picture of Joey Ryan, California native himself. This is going on my wall because I am a big fan of people using the style of Dong Style.
Did you see the counter to that?
There's a counter?
The Vaginaplex.
Someone figured out the counter to the U-Pornplex?
Yeah.
I thought it was the unbeatable.
What's her name? Laura James?
His wife, his fiance?
Yeah.
Oh,
she did the Vaginaplex. right?
I think it's Laura because she's on this next DVD. Yep, Laura James.
Laura
yes.
James, yeah.
So apparently his current fiance of Joey Ryan.
It was in that match that he proposed to her.
Well, I'm lucky we're going to bring that next. So every month comes with a new autograph. A few months ago it was Ric Flair. Larry Zbyszko was last month. This month, a good one in my opinion, Joey Ryan. So that brings me to the next piece that we have in here. There's also a DVD that comes every week. I mean, every month. I keep saying week. Month. I wish it came every week. Every month. And this DVD is an indie DVD. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an FCW show that was filmed in Imperial Beach, California, which I actually wish I went to because a big piece of Joey Ryan's career history happened.
They have a lot of great shows, actually.
So if you notice at the bottom of the DVD, Joey Ryan proposes to his fiance at the time, Lauren James, and she says yes. But not only does she say yes, he gives her a roll up at the end. You are a female. If you want to stop some mud holes,
I was gonna go over.
There are some women being a little more rude. There are some women being rude right now, but I mean, she is the female host, so if she needs to stomp some mud holes, she's more than welcome to. We are filming. So like I said, this was the event that Joey Ryan proposed to his girlfriend, and eventually said yes, and then he pinned her afterwards.
Yeah.
He beat her afterwards, which is great. Because then he stood up at the end and he said,
he couldn't look too
I'm
soft.
also a professional.
Couldn't look
so
too soft.
It was great. If you want to watch some great matches along with a great moment in professional wrestling, this is the DVD for you. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Pro Wrestling Loot. I subscribe to it. They don't pay me. I love it. And so I think you guys should subscribe too. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of another episode of Kayfabe Corner.
I really loved being here with you this week.
So fun.
This is fun.
I'm really glad Miss Warrington is able to join us every week. I'm glad you guys are able to join us every week. Keep tuning in, keep writing questions, and we'll try to get as many as we can done. We love wrestling. We love you guys. Keep watching. Keep subscribing to Shop XSN. We love you guys. Here from Meltdown Comics, I'm Jamie Ivey, and this is Ms. Warrington. We will see you later.